I'm on a mission to find a boat because I decided to sail solo around the world. And I was thinking I'll take you with me on the journey.
Last episode, I signed up for the Golden Globe race, a solo non-stop race around the world with 1968 technology. I immediately went to see a Biscay 36 in Oslo. I put in a bid, but it got sold as I was out crossing an ocean. I spent the next weeks looking for alternative boats, and as soon as I had the chance, Doc and I went to Europe to check out the two main options.
We are on our way to the north of Mallorca to see the Saltram Saga 36. It's gonna be very nice to see this boat and see if it's a boat I can envision myself living on for 2 years. I hope it's everything I want and more, and extremely cheap. That's what I'm going for.
Boat 1 is a Saltram Saga 36, built in the UK in 2001. The two brothers that built the Saltram boats decided to build two for themselves in the end, and this is one of them. She's a full-keel double-ender with a cutter rig called Talisman of Plymouth. Let's go have a closer look.
Alright, inside the boat, this looks like... This is so freaking beautiful, actually. The ceiling looks completely new.
There are quite a few requirements when it comes to approved boat types in the GGR. They need to be between 32 and 36 feet, have a minimum design displacement of over 6,200 kilos, and be designed before 1988. They have to be full-keeled and constructed with fiber-reinforced plastic. This naturally makes the selection of boats a bit smaller, so I'm happy to have a few options available.
Can we stand up?
My God.
With a hat on?
Well, 4 fingers.
To shower?
Yeah.
You're not gonna shower?
Not gonna shower. Who needs to shower? It's just 9 months.
9 months.
Inside, I love it. It's super homey, super cozy. It's good quality. It looks like the standard is pretty high and everything. It's been kept very well from what I can see, at least. Let's have a look at the outside. Shall we?
We shall.
Big question is, can I do a burpee on the boat? That's, I don't know if it's a keeper or not.
Does it feel like you?
This is where I'm gonna be.
Of course, you'd have to repaint all this pink.
Oh, obviously. I'm not silly.
And before we knew it, it was time to head back to shore.
On land again after checking out Talisman, this Saltram Saga 36. I just really like the boat.
Good.
I think it was amazing. I could see myself living there. Faux show.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love it.
There you go. Told you.
Told me what?
I told you this would be the boat.
I told you this would
It
be
needs
the
a lot
boat.
of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To prep it. Not a lot of work in terms of getting it up to standard as a boat, but getting up to GGR standard.
Yeah.
It needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it is a bit expensive for needing a lot of work.
Yeah.
Especially for someone that doesn't have any money. I don't think it's the fastest boat
Why not?
because it's so sturdy. But it's a freaking sturdy boat, and I want a sturdy boat.
Yeah.
The fastest boat is a boat that does not break, and a boat that does not break you.
Whoa. Well said.
Thank you. I am a poet after all. Anyway, excited to see the other one as well. That is actually GGR prep, just to see what that looks like. So let's go to France.
After seeing the first boat in Spain, I was super excited. Just the thought of having my very own boat for the first time in my life was a mind-blowing thought. But this needed a rational decision. At the end of the day, the most important thing was finding a boat best suited for the race. So I took a deep breath and prepared myself for the next part of this journey.
We have arrived at the marina in Cherbourg, and we are looking for the Rustler Lazy Otter that might be my new boat. Who knows? Second boat in 2 days. Very excited to see it, to see if it looks any different, if it feels any different. This one is prepped for the GGR, so it will be interesting to see what's actually done with it to make it ready for the race versus the other one that is a cruising boat. Let's go see it. First impression, not as clean.
Yeah. It's got no anchor.
Yeah, I think it needs to have an anchor, but not necessarily there. Let's get on board.
Lazy Otter is a Rustler 36. Ertan Descartes sailed her in the 2018 and 2022 race, and the new owner was supposed to participate in the 2026 race but withdrew for personal reasons. The boat is prepped for the race, but can I see myself living on it for that long?
First thing I notice, not as tall.
There are some requirements that are specific for the GGR, like that the boats need a waterproof bulkhead up front, an SSB radio, and a bunch of safety equipment. Most of it, stuff that costs a lot of money. So to have this boat with everything already installed would be pretty darn nice.
It's like everywhere a bit more sign of being an older boat that's been in cold or wet conditions, with some mold here and there, a bit more dirty in general. Definitely less spacious.
Yep.
Head hitting the ceiling, for sure. I don't want to just accidentally hit my head because of that. The thing is, like just first looking at it, the other boat is in so much better condition and it's half the price. But of course, it's prepped. I will not forget. It's a good quality boat. Anything you've seen on the inside is like, oh yeah, this is here for the GGR. This would be practical for the GGR. This is, of course, the collision bulkhead.
Yeah.
That is there.
And you know, there's a lot of storage. It's definitely not a nice homey boat.
No.
Like the other one.
And then, of course, that the bunk here that is usually where people sleep is not a bed.
And then this thing.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. That suggests that water is coming in.
Water is coming in.
And you're creating an inside environment for, to keep your electronics dry. That was the most interesting thing I see on the inside.
There's no table here, which normally it would be. So they've taken that away to maybe have more storage room. Actually, while we've been here, we also got another Rustler that might be for sale, which is from one of the other contestants that might not compete anymore. So it's nice to get a feeling of what a Rustler actually feels like. So I would know if that's boats that I would like to even consider and go look at them.
The outside of Lazy Otter is definitely GGR prepped. 4 spinnaker poles, an aluminum tow rail with a million attachment points, the oversized side stays, boom brake, and a pretty complex rig, and of course there's no anchor.
Definitely a lot more going on this boat. Check it properly. A bit harder on the last one, I have to say. Possible, but gonna slow me down. So what I'm thinking by first look is that, you know, it's ready for the GGR, but it's almost like it's too ready for the GGR. I'm gonna sail for a year beforehand and actually enjoy my time on the boat, so I don't need to have everything stripped down. I could easily do the adjustments, hopefully, at least some of them afterwards, like putting in the collision bulkhead and doing some of the things that just make it specific for the GGR. Other things are of course great because it already has a lot of the setup for the sailing. Things are more sturdy, it has more winches, it has more cleats, stuff like that I would want to install if I chose the other boat. And you win some, you lose some, so it's kind of, I just have to balance out what's most important for me and where do I want to compromise now versus having more work and stuff, and compromise maybe on later. I don't know.
After seeing this boat, I got a bit overwhelmed by realizing how much it is to do. So I'm happy that in the last few months on sailing Ripple Effect, I have had the chance to practice a lot of my navigation skills and a bit of my weather forecasting.
It's the first day of trying to learn more about the weather, the clouds, the winds, and just trying to predict a little bit more what's happening. You know, read the book, and it's like, oh yeah, simple. You have these 4 main types of clouds, and then you look up at the sky and it's just nothing like any of the pictures in the book. So we've been sitting here trying to deduct what kind of clouds there are, and like we found some cumulus clouds. We think we have some cirrocumulus, we might have some cirrus, who the crap knows. But this is exactly why we're practicing, so we can start learning a little bit more about it. I want to be pretty confident in what I'm doing when I go into the race, to be able to predict as much as possible. I'm on my way to Finland at the moment to meet Jolle Harkemo and see his boat that he's been prepping for the GGR. And also he is considering to sell the boat and join a different race, which makes it possible for me to buy it. So it's going to be very interesting.
Jolle's boat One and All is the previous boat of Uko Radma from the 2018 Golden Globe race. The boat has proven its seaworthiness and was one of only 5 boats that finished the race that year. It's also a Rustler 36 like the other boat we just saw, but Jolle and his amazing team has really put in the time and effort to make this boat top notch. They've basically swapped everything out and made some amazing upgrades. They have not compromised on anything, so this boat is gonna be a tough contender. I do think this might be the best boat in the GGR that I know of. The downside, of course, is that it's more expensive than some of the others, but it's done. The only thing that needs to be done is to make the inside cozier. That's something I would want to do myself anyway, and I would do that with any boat because I wanted to make it it's going to be my home for 2 years. I really want to make it my boat. The other thing is that it doesn't have a toilet. You know, you can't clog the toilet if you don't have a toilet. But also, I like toilets. So, but I mean, it's not a big thing. I can deal with that. You know, I've had bucket toilets before. That's fine. But other than that, it's a good flipping boat. And yeah, I am definitely gonna consider it, but I do need to see if I can get any sponsor money. For now, what I'm thinking is probably the Saga is out. I don't want it to be out, but it's probably the smartest choice. That boat was my home, but it's as I say, like, it's too much work to make it ready, so the price is going to be a lot higher than even the most expensive of the Rustlers. I have to figure it out. I have some serious thinking to do, and some serious trying to get some money to do.
In the next episode, I'm deciding which boat I'm actually getting. And I also just wanted to say thank you for watching this episode, and especially thank you to all my patrons that are supporting this journey. If you also would like to support me and what I'm doing and get some more content that is not shown on YouTube, please check out my Patreon account. See you next time!